Hello everyone, good evening. Today again we are here with a discussion with author Bhagya Shalini, the writer of the book Indigo Earth, the Golden Age Satyuga. So we are not having today a live discussion, but yes, she is in front of me and we are having a one and on discussion with her. So let us ask her some few questions what you might be eager to hear the answers from her about. So Shalini ji, just tell the viewers about how you came into this writing profession, what inspired you a lot to write the book.
Greetings everybody and thank you for this opportunity.
My pleasure.
Tanveen, it's a pleasure being here with you and discussing about the book. The book is a channeling from Sai Baba Ji. Shri Sai Baba Ji is Shalini's guru, Bhagya Shalini's guru. And writing has always been a passion for Bhagya Shalini. When she was a little child, she would write poetry and there was also a point when Shalini was in she's a science student, okay, but her friends were in art section and they generally said that Shalini, please write a poem, because once you write a poem and you give it to our teacher, she starts discussing the poem and then we don't have to study the boring lessons.
That's so
So that's how Shalini's interest in writing developed. It's always been her passion, a joy, love or joy, whatever you want to call it, and that was what also brought her close to being into the spiritual world, because she really let out her emotions or any word. She had this thing that give me a word and I'm going to write a poem on it.
Wow. Okay. So Shalini ji, let us know about the book Indigo Earth. As I read, the starting of the book is related to the 2020, the present, the current year, the current era, what the people are going through, suffering through this COVID pandemic. Everyone is having negative aura around them. What will happen next is the COVID and pandemic with your book.
Thank you so much, because Shalini got into awareness a little earlier, and this was around February, in January only she started getting this information from her guru that times are going to get tougher because we are moving. Let's talk about Satyuga first. Satyuga started with the coming of the Industrial Revolution. It did not start, but it's like nothing starts and ends abruptly. So the Kali Yuga started ending with the Industrial Revolution, and Satyuga started from 1990 onwards.
Okay.
The children that were born more of the Satyuga template than the Kali Yuga template. So you find that the children are more in awareness, they are more tech savvy, they are more open hearted, and they know exactly what brings them love, joy and peace, and they are indulging into it. Parents find it difficult to understand this because it is not their yoga. So in January, the messages started coming that we need to prepare ourselves, but it was in a different form. And then Babaji started channeling, please write the book, write your experiences, share it with everyone, how you are coming into awareness, how this ascension is helping you. And this is what Indigo Earth is about. It is a channeling of Shri Sai Babaji. And this COVID is nothing but because we all have to do away with the Kali Yuga. The Kali Yuga is nothing that we can describe as outside, it is within us. So all the changes that have to start is inside out. If there is fear within us, there will be triggers to get that fear out.
Correct.
Or create that excess, the chaos of fear, so that we can let it go. This started last year, and if you look at the videos that were put up, because I'm doing energy healing also, and I do channeling for energy also, and in the video that was put up on Facebook, and I'll be sharing it on YouTube also. In February, it did say that please start living in your truth. the things that happened last year will repeat itself.
Okay.
This is a new beginning again, and this will keep on happening till the time we do not let go of all those. So it's either the Kali Yuga takes us, or we let the Kali Yuga out.
Correct.
If we think Kali Yuga is outside, so it will take us. And if we say that Kali Yuga is within us and we need to release it, so we win over our fears, our doubts, self-doubts, or any energy that is Kali Yuga energy, that questions our worthiness, that questions our being, that questions it's basically whatever is ignorance, or that is away from unity consciousness, or more materialistic, or more inclined towards looking for things outside of ourselves, outside the mind, body and the soul, is Kali Yuga.
That's so nice of you, Shalini ji, to bring this thing in front of the audience and make them clear about what this Kali Yuga and Satyuga is about. Because many of us doesn't know the difference between these two things. They just think that the 1990s born, the 80s born, they just relate this way. They don't relate into these two yugas, which are the most important for each and every child to know, and also to learn about. Like, you are a preacher of Sai Baba, so I'll really tell that I am also a preacher of Sai Baba. And like, when I was a kid, I used to go to Shirdi, sit there for hours and just hear the sounds of the mantra and everything going on over there. So it's really good to know a soul who is really attached to God, doing channeling and everything related to God, and spreading out positivity everywhere. So I've read in this book about Moh and Maya also. A chapter is there named Moh and Maya. How will you relate it to the yuga, to the yugas of Kali Yuga and Satyuga, Moh and Maya?
Thank you so much once again, because this is a very relevant question, and I'm really grateful to you that you gave this opportunity. Moh and Maya is basically what we understand as attraction and illusion. Now, what happens is that everything in the universe is bound by attraction and illusion.
Okay.
Everything we see is only there because there is attraction and illusion. Even if we look at a small thing as an atom, it is together because of the attraction and the illusion.
Yeah.
That is energy, and the way we view the energy, because what we can say consciousness, that energy is existing it, or what level that energy is in, that creates the illusion.
Correct.
Okay, so when we talk about attraction, let us put it in simpler form. It is feeling, or how we are feeling for that. So when that feeling is gone, when that attraction is gone, the illusion also goes away. So it is very important that illusion is nothing but a thought, and attraction is nothing but feeling. So whichever thought you're putting your feeling in, like right now you see a lot of people putting their thought in the illness. So they're locked inside, and yet they are feeling sick, they are getting sick. It is because their feeling is for that thought. The feeling can be of fear. The feeling can be of trying to understand, or the feeling can be of various people's experience and feeling the same thing. So the first thing that we have to understand is that we have to limit our thoughts. The Kali Yuga is basically when we are doing our attachments, or when we are in Maya with the materialistic things or materialistic objects, instead of like looking for a partner, or getting the worth of a family member or anybody we love as their own worth. We are talking about their worthiness through their education. We're talking about them being worthy through their materialistic gains, or how well off they are. We really, or how many cars they have, what kind of a house they have. We really do not love people for the reason that they are lovable. I mean, from the beginning, we see that children are taught, you need to study hard, you need to do this, you need to get a job, you don't need to play, or you don't need to, follow your passion, because it is not going to be materialistically satisfying. That is wrong. Thank you.
So we'll just come to another point in this, which I loved the most after Moh Maya. It was the rhythm, the harmony, the rhythm and soul and harmony. Why did you choose this topic? How does it relate to the Kali Yuga and Satyuga world?
See, everything is based on rhythm only in the entire universe. If we see that, even again, I'm going to talk about the smallest thing being the atom, what we understand, even an atom is always in movement. If we look at everything that is in movement, and everything has a rhythm, everything has a vibration to it. So even when we are discussing things like we're in low vibes today, we're not feeling good. So if we look at that, when we say that we are in low vibes or we're not feeling good, that is what attracts illness.
Correct.
Because that is the Kali Yuga vibe. We are not feeling good in that. So what we say is, okay, let's chill out, let's go for a party, let's do something that will raise our vibrations. So that is rhythm. You're getting yourself into a rhythm that is going to make you feel good. So that is what our balance is. That is what peace is. When we are in good vibes, we're at peace, we are in wellness. Because we together make the vibes. I creates illness. We creates wellness.
Very nice.
Thank you.
That's really nice of you, Shalini ji, and really thanks. You have presented this all words so nicely and together. Like Shalini ji is speaking about good vibes and the good aura. So I would share this to you. Like currently, what I am going through is the good vibes, the good aura, because of the good soul sitting in front of me. The soul, as Shalini ji said, soul is always connected to a rhythm or a harmony, and it search for the inner peace. So I'm really getting a inner peace having a discussion with her, speaking about the book, about what the writing she has given in the book. And it's really out of the words. You will only get to know about Shalini ji and the Satyuga and Kali Yuga only if you go through this indigo earth. And I really say that you have to read this to understand what we are going through. What is this age? What is this corona? What is this pandemic? Why we are so negative? So we'll put up one more question, Shalini ji, here. I just went through the book. I saw you've covered, like everyone says, God is one. But they never believe God is one. They just believe in, okay, I am Sikh, I am Hindu, I'm sorry, I'm speaking about specific religions. No one should mind it. We are not pointing on that. We're just having a general discussion. So here in the book, I've seen that you have covered the Shiv Strotam. Then even you have put up a Japji Sahib of the Sikh. So how did you related everything? Shivji is the god of Hindus, like we say, and the Japji Sahib comes from the Sikh, this culture, traditions and all. How did you related these two things together?
Thank you so much once again. See, during this channeling, Babaji specifically said that in Kali Yuga, because the religion has been so distorted that people really do not understand what religion is. If we look at religion, we can understand it as dharma. Dharma is basically a way of interaction. So every religion, it was community based, and communities had a certain way of interacting with each other. And all communities talk about, give respect and get respect, be kind, love each other, be in gratitude. So all the religions are teaching the same thing. And if we look at God, or if we look at the Almighty, if we look at the vibrations, because if we look at whatever religion it might be, or we talk about the Almighty, or every religion says love is God.
Yes.
Whatever brings you peace is God. We have to move away from suffering. Nirvana, when Buddha, because it's mentioned in the book also, Buddha said that he talked about Nirvana. Nirvana is nothing but doing away with the suffering. And doing away with suffering is finding God within you. Even the scientists have found God with every particle. They called it the God particle.
Yes.
So why are we bent upon, understand, if you like eating potatoes, okay, somebody calls it potato, somebody potato, and somebody aloo, and then you have fries, and then in various languages it has a other name. But all over the world people are eating potatoes. All over the world people are praying. All over the world people believe in love. All over the world people are worshipping a power. It's just that we're naming it different.
That's true.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shalini ji. You have made this really very clear to the audience that God is one. And yes, the example of potato is really very nice. And yes, I should always say that we should believe in God. Maybe any God, we should never have any differences between any religion, custom or tradition. So it's really nice of you, Shalini ji, to have these writings in your book. And one more thing I would now conclude to this discussion, and first before concluding I should ask to you is that how much time did it took you to write the book Indigo Earth, the Golden Age Satyuga, and what was the journey when you started writing this book, and how did it ended?
Thank you so much, and here again I'm really in gratitude to my Guru Sai Baba Ji. Shri Sai Baba Ji has this is a channeling of Shri Sai Baba Ji, and it is very clear. Sai Baba Ji said that you are not going to mention any religion in the book because people are very distorted with religion.
Correct.
This is a path or a self-help book, a guide for us to transition. So Sai Baba Ji has channeled the entire book, and this is the path that Chandni took to reach here at this moment. So we have to understand that the universe is like a parent, he's like a guru, it's like a father, a mother, a friend, everything. The universe is all that is. Starting from a stone or anything, everything is all that is the universe. It is all
Correct.
made of love, joy and peace. And there is so much of abundance in the universe because it is really taking care of us. We just have to have patience, we just need to have faith, and we just need to be diligent in our working. So this book took me about I think around 6 months of writing, but there was so much of scattering, so much of writing, because each and everything was just coming, like you just sit down to meditate and you were getting some, and because what happens is that when you let go, you have more, you're creating space. So the more space we created, the more we started getting parts of the book, and the channeling was coming in faster then. And then after that, Sai Baba Ji said, okay, now let's sit down and consolidate the book so that it becomes more easy, and specific and step by step. So everything here is a message sent by the Almighty, the universe, for everyone for this transition. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shalini ji, for spreading out your teachings, your words, your beautiful messages given through the book. So not last, but we'll just come to a conclusion here. I would like to just ask you to share to the audience about what positive aura is. Like, I came to know about you, the channeling you are doing, everything, whatever the whole round, the YouTube, your videos, the Facebook, in that your videos, I just went through all of them, your book and everything. So I just got that vibes. Yes, there should be some positive aura around us, and it is really must, because positive aura is the only one thing which will give us positive vibes and positive things and positive people around us. So how you will tell to the audience to attain the eternity of positive aura, instead of rather just being negative? I'm not well, what will happen next, my boss is calling me, I'm so feared. These are all the negative auras what the people have around them. I want you to pass a message to each one of them, that how they can bring the positive aura, like your source of channeling is there.
Thank you so much for this question, and this is a beautiful query, because we all at this moment require to uplift our spirits and be in a positive energy. And the best is because Mother Earth is a frequency. If we talk about virus, we all know that virus is dead being on Earth.
Correct.
So we have to understand, if we are on that vibration, the virus does not affect us. Second thing is that whenever, if we look at it, when we are stressed, or whenever we have to have a new beginning, or we need to disconnect, like even when children finish off with their one semester, they go to the next one, they get a brief break, and we all decide to go to a hill station or seaside or some place, which is very close to Mother Nature. We feel very rejuvenated and we're the happiest, so we enjoy our vacations.
Correct.
Or like earlier we also had, if we look at all the like जैसे हम तीर्थ, like whatever we
Yes.
talk about the pilgrimage, okay, we talk about pilgrimage. So it is an area where people always went with a positive vibration, that they'll go there and they'll leave their worries, or they'll get what they ask for. And everybody went there with a high vibration, so the positivity around that place is always the highest. And if you look at most of the pilgrimages, they are created in very scenic and beautiful places. So that helps you raise your vibration. Otherwise, you have a lot of music and people with the same feelings and the same smile, because they're all relaxed. So this is what we need to do, is connect with Mother Earth.
Thank you so much, Shalini ji, for spreading out such beautiful vibes with us. I really respect your efforts put up towards the book, through the vibes which you want to spread through people around in this difficult situation. So I'll really tell each and every one of you to just respect the gift given by the universe and just be positive every time. So thank you, Shalini ji, for being with us. It was really a great time with you, and I really got some positive vibes with her. Really, it was really nice. So go through her book Indigo Earth. I would give the link of her YouTube channel, her Facebook page, and the Amazon link of the book in my bio, in my Instagram bio. Also, I will write all the details about whatever Shalini ji told about positive vibes and her videos and everything, from where you can get this book, the videos of Shalini ji. I'll write everything in the description box. So please go through it and just have one for you, and it will really change the way you think, believe and live. Thank you, friends.
Thank you so much, Tanveen. It's pleasure, and you yourself are very beautiful, positive and high vibe being, and it's such a pleasure being here with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.